Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Asa. Now I want to present about modal. Modal verbs are commonly used words like can, could, may, might, should, and must, and they express abilities, possibilities, permissions, and obligations. Modal verbs should never be altered by adding s in the present, like saying he can swim. This is incorrect. It should be he can swim. After modal verb, always use the base form of the verb without to. For example, he might join us is correct, not he might to join us. When forming a negative with modal verb, use not after the modal verb, not done, doesn't, or isn't. For example, you should not smoke is correct. Cannot is a special case where not combines with can into one word. So I cannot arrive on time is correct, not I cannot. Have to is an expression in the negative where the correct form is you don't have to do this, unlike other modals. The simple use not. Modal verb like must, will, may, and others shall be followed directly by the base form of the verb without the infinitive to. Common mistakes include adding to after modals, like in you must to finish your homework. The correct version is you must finish your homework. When making a negative sentence, avoid the mistake of placing not incorrectly, like we not call you, it should be we called not call you. Modal verb such as might teach or will should not be changed with an s. For example, he might go to sleep is incorrect. It should be he might go to sleep. Next lesson is how to use can I. Can, call I, and may I. Number 1. Can I? Common in everyday conversations. Polite enough for informal situation. Example, can I open the window? Number 2. Call I. More polite than can I. Suitable for some formal situation, so shows a bit more humility. Example, call I borrow your pen. Number 3, may I. The most formal and polite occasion, often used in official or respectful situation. Example, may I leave early today? Conclusion, understanding the difference between can I, call I, and may I help you speak more appropriately based on the situation, whether casual, polite, or formal, making your English communication more effective. Next lesson, for easy change you can make to sound more polite. Number 1, change I want to eat like saying it like sounds more polite and less demanding than I want. Did like a cafe, please? I want a cafe. Use what you like instead of do you want. What you like, what you like is softer and more respectful when offering or inviting. What you like some tea? Do you want some tea? Say call you or will you be able to instead of can you. Call you and will you be able to are more polite ways to make requests. Call you help me? Can you help me? Number 4, use sorry to bother you before asking for help. This phrase shows respect for the other person times. Sorry to bother you, but I ask you something? Key takeaway: by making this small change in how you speak, you can sound much more polite, respectful, and professional in English. It helps you build better relationship in everyday and formal conversation. How use the modal "should" in English? Number one, show for advice or recommendation, present future. Use give suggestion or express what is right or expected. For example, you should study more. Advice for now or the future. Number two, should have less past participle for regret. Past. Structure should plus have plus verb 3 past participle. Used to express something that didn't happen but it was the right things to do in the past. Regret or misses responsibility. For example, I should have called you. I didn't call, but I regret not doing it. Number three, tips from the video. Always use the correct structure so have less past participle. This experts regard not just a suggestion, participate forming sentence to get used to it. Number four, more example sentence. She should have studied harder for the exam. They should have left early to avoid traffic. We should have told them the truth. Finally, summary. Should advise in the present or future. Should have less verb 3 regard about something not done in the past. Next lesson, how to use the passive voice. What is the passive voice? The passive voice is used when the focus is on the action or the receiver of the action, not on who performs the action. The passive structure is be plus past participle, verb 3, structure and examples. Number 1, simple present. Active, someone cleans the room. Passive, the room is cleaned by someone. Number 2, other tenses. Past was clean. Present perfect has been clean. Present continuous is being clean. Number 3, used by place agent. This is optional if you want to mention who did the action. The letter was writing by John. When do we use it? When the door is unknown or unimportant. When we want to emphasize the action or result, not the person. Commonly used in the formal writing reports and news articles. How to change active to passive. Number 1. Make the object of the active sentence the subject of the passive sentence. Number 2. Use the correct form of be based on the tenses. Number 3. Add the past participle of the main verb. Number 4. Optional, add by the agent. Quick summary. Main focus the action or the receiver of the action. Formula subject plus be plus verb 3 plus by agent. Work with all tenses. Use when the there is not now or not important. Next lesson is what's the difference between active and passive. Number 1, definition. Active voice, the subject does the action. Example, Jim wrote a letter. Jim is the one doing the action. Passive voice, the subject receives the action. Example, the letter was delivered by the postman. The letter received the action. Number 2, when to use them. Use the active voice when the focus is on who is doing the action. Use the passive voice when the focus is on the action itself or the receiver of the action, or when the dar is now or important. Number 3, sentence structure. Active subject plus verb plus object. Passive subject receiver plus to be, is, was, were plus past participle by dar. Number 4, examples and practice. Number 4, examples and practice. The video gives many examples and show how to change sentence from active to passive and vice versa. This help to clear understand the difference and practice use the correctly. Number 4, why use passive? To make writing sound more formal, neutral, or varied, common in scientific writing, news report, or when the person who does the action is unknown or not important. Conclusion: active voice, clear and direct. Who does what? Passive voice, more formal or focus on the result, what is done. So that's all for me. Thank you, Miss.